Today I'm gonna suggest you 8 amazing plugins and I'm gonna reveal one secret for each of them. You cannot find any information on these on YouTube, in manuals, in videos. 99% of people don't know these nuances. I'm not a seller of plugins, so I'm gonna point out some disadvantages of those, so it will be cool. Actually, you're on the second best channel related to audio engineering according to FeedSpot in 2019. Videos on this channel are just light addition to one of the most serious audio production courses. It's 9 months in Skype, and you can attend one free trial class with current students to check exactly how we learn. How to contact me information you can see on the screen. This course has all nuances from A to Z related to the whole audio engineering, providing the best possible results, and we have homework checking when I check your mixes in real time, showing you how to make decisions, how to improve your mixes. We compare them to the best sounding songs of all time. If you want some opinions, I just took my previous video, you can see them on the screen. These guys are my current students or my former students, so you can see what they think. But it's still better to attend one free trial class with current students to check it out how exactly we learn. It will be very cool because you see the power of this course yourself. The whole income from this YouTube channel I donate to help cats and dogs, so if you're interested, you will help me by watching this video from the beginning to the end by liking and commenting. Plugin number 1, SSL Channel Strip. I'm sure you don't know that curse for SSL EQ was taken from low shelf from Pultec, TG equalizers from Abbey Road. It's still a very good tool, but to be totally honest, this plugin is not emulated 100% correct. When you engage-disengage modules, you don't change coloration content. You have this analog button, and when you turn it off, the only thing what you really turned off is very strange high-frequency noise, very quiet noise, very top end of frequencies. You're gonna have frequencies going up gradually like this. So when you turn this button off, you just turn this noise off. It contains only second and third harmonic, and it's static coloration, so it's not really how SSL channel strip behaves in real life. But again, it's okay tool, nothing wrong with that as a mixing tool, it's just not fully corrected emulation. So as an update, you may consider, let's say, Softube Console 1 controller. So you open up interface like this, you can buy additional channel strips. It sounds anyway in its own way in comparison to other SSL emulations, it sounds pretty tight. Universal Audio sounds a bit less fizzy than Waves, let's say, it sounds a bit more smooth than Softube. On real SSL, when you go from very low position and you go you throw hotter signal through the channel strip, you actually modify structure of harmonic. Coloration of this channel strip is simply second harmonic, which is again great tool, but again it's not 100% emulation. It's my favorite tools, you know, in mixing. I still have analog, but I mean I mix using plugins, so nothing wrong with this. If you engage, disengage, let's say Equalizer, you actually don't modify coloration one more time, but it's still a nice tool. Second type of equalizer called brown up. This is how these companies sell plugins. They claim it's very advanced, it has variety of tones. Brown up is second type of equalizers. In reality, to be totally honest, there is not too much difference between black up and brown up. A lot of people don't know that real analog devices have tolerance. It means if you take even a couple of equalizers on SSL console, one equalizer green up, let's say, in position 5K and you boost it, other SSL equalizer you put 5K and you boost it, in reality it may be on one channel it's, let's say, 4K, and on the other channel it can be, let's say, 6K. So you have actually pretty huge tolerance. In most situations you can actually match sound between black knob and brown knob. So let's say on a green band I have 3K, I boost it, let's say, over here to the second point. When I switch to brown knob, if it was really 3K, now it can be 2.5K, or it can be 2K. So by just simply adjusting frequency, let's say you just rotate it a bit to the right and you make it 3.54, actually you will not hear any difference between black knob and brown knob. Of course, if you just click on this button, you're gonna hear different sound, because you simply have tolerance, you simply changed 3K to 2K, of course it sounds different. So it's pretty good, additional feature, but I wouldn't exaggerate it that much like plugin manufacturers. So this is our Brainworx 4000E. They claim they created some unique technology. Again, this green band, you put these three knobs in some specific position, and over here you switch channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. So when you choose, let's say, channel 4, it can be already not 5.2K, it will be, let's say, 4.5. You switch to channel number 5 and the same position of EQ will give you another different sound. making it, let's say, 5.5K instead of 5.2. In my opinion, it's really a randomization button, you know. Plus, reload engineer, when you set up specific frequencies, you don't work with numbers, you really listen to it. You anyway will rotate knob in a position where it sounds the best. That's it. But I mean, it's cool, at least some plugin admits that there is a tolerance, you know. So previous companies which I mentioned don't have this. It's not mixed song, but a couple of plugins here. Anyway, melody piano is actually should be a part of a vocal here. You can see it's a stereo instrument. It means it has left and the right channel. Left channel with Brainworx plugin will be processed by 5th channel, while right side of a piano will be processed by the 6th channel. 5th and 6th channel have tolerance, which means your left side of a piano will be processed not exactly in the same way like the right side of a piano. According to rules of stereo, the more difference between left and right, and you create this difference by this system, the wider instrument sounds. So piano will be a bit like wider, a bit more like on real console. So that's why it's pretty cool. Other plugins don't allow you to have these things. If you want to know some disadvantage of Brainworx, I would say it has very fat compressor. To be totally honest, I never experienced SSL channel compressors to be as fat as in this plugin. If you want to make a kick, let's say, less loosey or bass a bit tighter, if you reload engineer, this is what I teach students on the course, we always learn how to find proper tool to some specific situation. So if you experience, let's say, very kind of a thin sounding instrument, this compressor actually can be best choice, in this case among SSL channel compressors. You know, there is no information on it, neither in tutorials nor in videos. 99% of people have no idea about all these nuances. I recommend you by default to engage fast attack on expander gate. If you have slow attack, you're gonna kill punch of a drum. You have some high frequency click, then main impulse like transient, and then the tail. Background noise. Gate kills this noise, but the problem is gate kills not only noise, it will kill even punch in the beginning. When some peak exceeds threshold, this peak will not be passed. This peak actually will be killed, so you're gonna kill this high frequency click in the beginning of a drum. If you're gonna have fast attack, when even very first peak happens above the threshold, your fast attack guarantees this peak will not be converted to silence. Original drum was like t, t. With slow attack it would be So you engage fast attack and your drum will be t, t, t again. Default settings on this plugin, in my opinion, not so good. So you're gonna press this fast attack button. This plugin called British Channel Strip, one mistake of the company, aka Multimedia, they have this button called Equalizer pre. So it's a routing button, it means what goes first, compressor or equalizer. By the way, if you want to know how to place compressors or EQs, what goes first, I have nice video on my channel. I will put this link in the description box and as a first pinned comment. So you can watch this video, highly recommended video. We have this button. I really didn't realize what this button do during first 5 seconds, so I decided to open manual. They have this EQ pre-explanation, and they say the compressor section is shifted before the EQ section. In reality, it's opposite, so it's a mistake of IK Multimedia. My policy is not include more than 30% of information to videos, so that's why I say my videos only light entertaining edition, because the coolest things and the most advanced and unique stuff I always keep for the course. At the same time, I want to point out that sometimes buying new plugins not always the way to go, because we're little children, we like all these green, blue knobs, we like to rotate all this. But the truth is, most people believe that I'm gonna buy right now some plugin and I will never need anything else. But believe me, it doesn't work like this. You're gonna buy again and again and again. You understand, you wasted a lot of money, but you don't use some of plugins you buy, you know. Sometimes you're overwhelmed by commercials with all these statements. They say, we are real authentic emulation, it's a real thing, it's a hit maker. So in my opinion, if you really want like real progress, real results, which you really can notice, I guarantee buying new plugins will not give you too much new. You may convince you in the very beginning that something was improved, but after a couple of years you look at your previous mixes and all this $1,000 spent on new plugins, and if you really don't progress as an audio engineer just by buying plugins, you will not progress. So I mean, if you're strong enough to fight with your own inner shopaholic, you may try this course. Some people believe it's the most advanced course out there, so it guarantees results. But I totally understand you, we all like tools, I also buy a lot of tools, right? So I understand you. So if you really cannot fight with your shopaholism, we're gonna continue now, so let's continue on the next plugin. Okay, Avalon channel strip. We had EQ topic with my students, and we covered 7 amazing fundamental topics. And after that we have subtopic modules, and I point out all these differences, you know, about every plugin. I told this to all my 60 students, current students who are taking this course right now. I said, nobody makes Avalon. And 7 days later, Universal Audio releases Avalon. I already started to be a bit more logical. I understand that sometimes it really doesn't do anything for your mix. So for example, the emulated preamplifier from Avalon, which is tube preamplifier, it sounds just like fatter and juicier. This plugin actually has very pronounced second harmonic. It makes your instruments like a bit rounder, fatter in low mid-range, let's say. Also, a lot of people kind of consider every equalizer like something new and unique. Actually, it's not. You can achieve Avalon equalizer curves on some other classic equalizers easily. Shelves is basically like SSL slow-going shelf. It's not totally the same in my opinion, but it's very, very close. In terms of bell modes, one mode like standard mode, it's very wide curve. To be totally honest, in most cases it will not be suitable for your mixes. It has crazy wide bell filter, something like 2K here. And if you boost it, you're gonna boost like all frequencies around, including 10K, including 500. If you switch to high Q, it will be more or less, it will be like medium Q. So, but it's still not that kind of a surgical, it's pretty also unique information. So we know Rupert Neve. Rupert Neve created Neve Company and other companies including Focusrite, Rupert Neve Design. Neve Company has 88 RS console. For example, I boost 3K. So 3K on Avalon in a standard mode, which is super wide bell, will be exactly the same curve. No matter how low or high you put it, it will repeat the same kind of structure. So it's not, so nothing unique over here, it's just classic equalizer curve. So you put similar frequencies, 8 o'clock on Q, and you boost it. So you're gonna match curves 100% between these two equalizers. Narrow mode will be 100% the same like on 88 RS at 12 o'clock. So this is baby audio plugin. For example, in our mix over here, when I produce this short bit, I didn't notice that I chose pretty like a muddy kick sample. First of all, press solo. It allows you to hear only processed side of your kick. So let's say this is unprocessed kick. And this is processed kick. You don't suppress transient, and after transient, compressor works and it makes tail of a drum quieter. That's it. So this is why you don't hear this ooh sound, but you more hear this t, like punchier side. And how punchy you can decide with a spank knob. You rotate, spank to the right, and now you hear t, but without ooh. Processed in this way itself, it will be too thin. Plus it affects us on dynamics, you hear the second kick a bit like going down in volume, so you disengage solo button, and now you hear combination of already processed kick and that original one which was fat. So now you still have some fatness of original kick, but additional spank will be blended to it. And that's why your kick will be fat and punchy at the same time. Pultec style equalizer, the most legendary EQ in the history, 1951. Today I'm gonna reveal only one secret for you. So if you want to know where legendary genius Rupert Neve took his equalizers, he took it from Pultec. So let's say 1073 Q knob on Pultec equalizer to position broad, it will be exactly style of filter like on 1073. On Pultec, if you put this Q parameter fully to the left to position sharp, it will be 88 RS from Neve. So basically when Neve understand that it's time to create new tool after his legendary 1073, 88 RS, what he did, he just simply took the most popular equalizer ever. He already borrowed idea from a broadband for 1073, but now he decided to turn it to the other side. So when you put two positions sharp, it will be exactly the same curve, like on 88 RS equalizer, even if you keep Q by default in position at 12 o'clock. Who knows, right, about this? Now you know it. All in one, plugin like Isotope Ozone 9. They asked me to make a video on it. I didn't create standard typical review where I say, oh my god, it's so cool, it's so cool. Review in my style, I explain disadvantages of it. I'm gonna put a link to the first pinned comment. Typical standard kind of current equalizer, some secret what most people don't know. You got used to work with APIs, Neves, SSLs. You boost highs like this, you put frequency knob at 8 or 10 usually. If you boost 10k on FabFilter, you will never have the same curve. You should put this point around 2k, and when you raise like this curve will be exactly the same like you do when you put 10k on SSL. How many people know that it's totally different shelves? And to match these shelves, you should actually choose 2k. Cool? I want to give you one bonus today, microphone suggestion. So this is Flea Vintage 47 microphone. The owner of this company is a very cool guy because he always offers some discount. Sounds a bit more modern, a bit more open. For me, actually, it's a good thing. It's a Lexicon 480 Reverb, very popular on strings and vocals. This plugin may be a bit difficult for typical user. You need to know physics rules. On the course we have actually a nice reverb topic where I explain every reflection. We learned balance between reflections, we learned what really diffusion is all about. On our course we have also studio setup topic where we learn how to organize recording studios and mixing studios, but without typical bullshit. You know, like really straightforward pros and cons of acoustic treatment. We learn about monitors. So having this knowledge when we come to reverb topic, you're already ready. Library of different kind of style of rooms. You go to page. On the second page you see multipliers for decay on the bass, mids, highs. You have diffusion parameter. You have different decay structures, reverb or effects styles. You may create early reflection, emulation, some sort of like pre-echo effect. Universal Audio plugin may have one little disadvantage for you. It sounds more certain. The real Lexicon, it can be very diffused. On Universal Audio plugin, it's a bit like more. Next Lexicon option can be Native Instruments RC48, original manufacturer is Softube. It has space, it has a bit muddier kind of feel in it. Main disadvantage of this plugin, it's very limited settings. Looks very cool. You create a structure of pre-echoes, cloud, which demonstrates at what frequency, how long your decay is. It's pretty nice visual design. Type of rooms, you have only two, hall and random hall. Plugin from Relab company called LX480 is again more kind of similar layout to real Lexicon. You have individual pages with everything I mentioned before. Every plugin anyway sounds in its own way. It has always a bit like flatter feel, but it's like a bit more transparent in the mix. Doesn't occupy too much space in the mix. And again, I'm not an idiot, right? I understand maybe something wrong with settings. I am a real crazy tester. I know every little nuance about everything. So I tested it a million times for hundreds of hours because I work only as an audio engineer. I never worked as anybody but audio engineer. The whole my life I had time to experiment, to test all this. So of course I understand maybe some difference in settings makes this difference, but believe me, it's not about settings. It's exactly about original tone of these plugins. So my point is, plugins will not make your mixes better. Check it out the course, because this thing guarantees results, and you can actually check free trial class with current students to check it out. Secondly, you pay monthly, so it's easy make payments. This course pretty affordable, and actually it's a money saver, because instead of like wasting your time on so many different plugins, after the course you will be so guru in audio that you're really gonna understand what plugins I really need. I thought how to make a course where after the course people like are real audio guru. in every subject, in every aspect of audio, and they don't only know it, but they have practical skills. They know how to listen to, how to make decisions. All this you will learn in this course. To find out details and attend free trial class, how to contact me, information is on the screen.